All right, hello and welcome to this special interview. My name is Haji Masale. We are here in Monrovia where this Pastor Togar is alleging that he was flogged allegedly on the order of Councilor Charlyn Brumskine in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County a few days ago. And he has some revelation, and he will explain his ordeal to us, the press, here in Monrovia. Hello, what's your name, sir? Can you give your full name?
My name is Pastor Moses Togar, one of the eminent sons of Buchanan, Zokotan Community, Grand Bassa County, and founder of the Divine Revelation Ministry, and founder of Bangmabo Library, CBO, at the Central Buchanan Community.
You can tell us exactly what transpired between you and the security of Madam Charlyn Brumskine?
It was just a common issues. It was on the 16th of the past week when Charlie sent one of our sons called Daddy in our community, so that the two communities, Hall Fowler resident area, which is Central Buchanan, which is Upper Buchanan, and mine in the area which is Central Buchanan community, to have a reconciliation and to have a reunited. And series of meetings were held at the old folk homes, the bigger old folk home in Grand Bassa County, 5 minutes away from my house. And even my family, my children attended the meeting, the gathering. Despite our own saying, and I was trying to cater to the children's study, but my family attended, and even my in-law, my mother-in-law, who is related to the late Councilor Brumskine, with the Daddy guard, they planned that there was a series of activities. First, there was a set of cleaning or campaign in favor of hall, the lighting of the street light, and that of games with what we call a party to end the day. And that was very, very good. When I heard the message, I was very, very happy about reconciliations and reuniting of the two communities.
Okay, so the reconciliation meeting was called by Councilor Brumskine, and for which community?
Mainly for the Central Buchanan community, where I found myself, and for Upper Buchanan. All resident, all late father resident is in Upper Buchanan. So the two communities were called together under one umbrella for the reconciliation and that of the reuniting of this community, after she has seen gap over the years.
How did they end up with you?
How did they end up with me?
What
brought about the issue? Okay, after they did a cleaning up campaign, and the second phase of the program came about lighting of the street light. The Saturday, which was the 18th, was the main day of the program.
The 18th of February.
The 18th of February, yes. The 18th of February, which is the past week, Saturday was the main program, and I decided to appear in the program, seeing myself as one of the eminent sons, and preaching on the pulpit about forgiveness and reconciliations and reuniting families and whosoever that you think about our institutions, and even a principal of the school, a nearby school, junior high school, that which we call the C. Peter Memorial School, and even her ball had been reaching to me many days so that they can reach there, even one day for her to be a guest speaker or one of those speakers for any of our program. Seeing myself, I appear, and my in-law, who is related to them, she made her duty to go. Even my late daughter, who is 13 years old, my son, even my in-law on the children, my brother-in-law on the children, that is in 3, the whole entire community appeared there. And when we appeared, I was seated to the other side, and my mother-in-law was on the left-hand side of me, and my children were around, and the children were trying to gather the best strategy so that they can play their game. And they requested for the jersey, which they told them about. But as the information came on, that jersey was not part of the activity. So they realized that the information that the guard, the Louisiana officer brought in our community, it was not an actual information. Extra information was added there. But in that case, they put my candidacy into play, and they sent one of our dollars from that community, from our community, and they were able to hire Jesse to make the day to be successful. After our girl decided to wear the jersey where I was sitting, I decided to rise up to take a spray and to take a photo. Others were taking photo. Others were taking photo. So while I was taking the photo, at that time she was around. She had already arrived. She had already arrived in her fence. She had already arrived on the compound. So when she arrived, the guy by the name of a Lion, her special guard, security guard, even this guy is noted to purchase from my wife. Always come to my home and even buy things from them. But I never knew that this was a calculated something, that they had pre-calculated the actions. It was premeditated. The evil actions of Charlyn Brumskine, quote-unquote Charlyn Brumskine, so-called that won the vote of the Bassa people, were calculated. So end of the day, Lions in particular, he rushed to me. He said, "Sir, who authority authorized you to take a photo on this thing?" I said, "Oh, sorry, sir. What happened?" He said, "But you are not being authorized." I said, "Sir, but I see other people taking photos and there was no indication at the entrance, and there is no speaker or there is no microphone to pass the information that no one need to take photo." While we were talking, Lion told me that I must make a attempt to open my phone so that he can see the photo. At that time, Charlyn or Cllr in numbers had already gathered around me. I agreed and I opened my pack. I used my phone and I used a pattern and I opened and they saw the photo. And yes, I agree as a peaceful citizen, as a leader of the church, and as a leader of the community, and as a leader of the CBO, I agree that the photo will be deleted. While that action was going on, Charlyn was already around. At that time, I began to receive my slap on my face. People began to kill me from one angle, and end of the child.
Was she looking at?
She was looking at the scene. She was on the scene. She was present.
Does she know you in person? She knows you?
No, she not really know me in person. But it came about when I heard a voice say, "This guy is one way or other connected to the ruling government." It's one way.
They were requesting you to delete your personal.
My personal photo.
What they say you should delete?
He said because I'm not part of them, because I'm one way or other connected to the ruling government. I have affiliated with what the sitting Buchanan district represented.
So means that you went for the reconciliation meeting and you were beaten because of your association with the ruling government.
So when I heard,
why was there was any motive behind the reconciliation meeting she called?
The reconciliation was all about realizing the gaps. That yes, this community had nothing to do with this community. As I told you, Zoko time, Hemen time, and that of Biamba, these are the native side, or these are the country boss side. And she is from the Congo Belt, that is Upper Buchanan. Over the years, you know our history. You have understood the history of Liberia. That was the Congo or that of those people, they had nothing to do with the native ball. So seeing that gap, and seeing this conflict over the year, she decided to call for the reconciliation. And the necessary, when I saw it, was very, very fruitful. The message was very, very fruitful, and the idea was very, very fruitful. That what I appear, even I appear in my whole form, I appear with my whole, in the total form of my family.
So it appears like you went as a spy in a meeting, and you went there to represent Honorable Matthew Joe. Fair play, Joe. That's the reason you were ordered to be flogged.
No, I did not appear as a spy. I appear as one of the leaders and one of the sons of that community. She called for record.
Do you know Matthew Joe?
I know Matthew Joe. He is a sitting representative of.
Are you working for him?
No, I'm not working for him. I'm not even in your office. I'm not even on a payroll of Honorable Joe. No. I'm not even on a payroll of any on the side of CDC.
Like you said, Madam Brumskine was on the scene when you were.
Exactly so.
After the incident, what she said.
Oh, after the information reached her that end of the day this may have a connection with CDC or that of the sitting representative, she ordered her boss, say, "You're throwing us out, you're pushing us out, let him leave." And at that time, it built more tensions. It built more wicked idea in the minds of Lion and the other rest of the guy, and they begin to flow me from one angle to another. Even when I take off my notepad, as you can see, I fell on the ground, and you see the notepad strip. It's stripped, and even I wake up and there was no way. Even my community board began to help in the process because they wanted to retaliate.
Were you able to inform the police about this?
I informed the police when I went at the entrance. When I went at the entrance, the scene line guy came to me again because I was requesting for my phone. and they had the phone was in their possession. Even the phone slept in our possession from Saturday until Monday by the hour of 4 o'clock.
Did you inform the police that this was happening?
No, I informed the police.
What did the police do?
That since Saturday I appeared to the police station and I registered my case. And the police told me that I should rest my case. They were coming to call upon her. And they told me say Monday was coming to be the rightful time.
And you went back Monday? I
went by Monday, but before I go on Monday, I heard Counselor had already passed a final verdict because she is a lawyer. She is a lawyer and she has not understood her legal or equity. You can be a lawyer, you can be a perpetrator of the issues. Then one way or you go and pass a final verdict over the air. She went and she used me. She used
the airway. She said some things.
She used the airway.
What were some of the things she said?
She said I committed what they call criminal trespasses. I did not enter her fence illegally.
That was a meeting she called for the community, the two communities to come together and discuss.
Exactly so. She called me criminal. I said I committed criminal trespasses. And when you define a property criminal trespass, you commit that.
Unwarranted entry.
Exactly so. And I did not enter through the window. I did not jump over the fence. I went with my entire family and my family is connected to her own family, which she know very well, and her late father know very well. And I went with my children. Even when I received the last life from the lion guy at the entrance when I was away from that thing, my baby daughter began to cry. He said, "Well, you call all your to do so just kill one for all."
So how are you feeling now? You were beaten from your family.
Exactly. I feel totally pitiful. I feel ashamed. My community boy was ashamed. The whole entire community was ashamed, and even the local hall to be a person that God had not set aside for the people of Bassa.
So what do you want now? Since you went to the police and you see this is how it is taken now, because I'm seeing now you are not getting a better redress.
Yeah, I went to the police. And the police told me that they'll come to call on her.
So what do you want now?
I come in now. Surprisingly, one hour at the police, she sent one of her sons, and that son came to applause it in the office of the CRD, and that son is her brother-in-law to me. That is one of the voice of the counselor. How will a brother-in-law of brother-in-law to me come to applause it for someone who have committed a crime? Is there a school where somebody had to go and applause it for another person the next day? So I told them boldly that someone cannot plus it for it, and the police themselves knew.
You wanted her to come in person instead of somebody coming to represent her.
Yeah, she need to sit and sit, and we go into the issue. If
the mean people that slap you, that kick you around, were they around?
They were around, and I begin to identify them. Even the person that was not part of the person that did not beat on me, who is my brother-in-law, who had little information about me.
He went to proxy.
He the one on the scene to proxy, and even the people did it. After I begin to identify them from the entrance of the police, they begin to find their own way.
The police were able to arrest any of them?
No, they ran away. After I was identifying them, after I made my statement, I was identifying them, they ran away. Later on, while we were in the police custody, they requested for the guard, they requested for the brother-in-law, which is Michelle. He said, the phone you need to produce it. At that time, my phone has slept in your hand. On Saturday, on Sunday, Monday, it was in your hand, and they brought the phone. They were told to bring the phone. They brought the phone at the hour of 4 o'clock. It's a time that she appeared with her entourage. When she appeared with her entourage, while we are waiting patiently for her to make that day to be fruitful, so, to hear the side of her story.
Let's conclude on this now.
Yes, sir.
What do you want from this case?
I want for the government to see my issue as a cardinal issue, because I'm one of the enemy sons of the era. And moreover, I want for the law to take a call, because Charlie is not above the law.
You're thinking about taking another decision after today?
I'm not taking
the police in Grand Bassa cannot handle this. I'm
not taking any decision, because I still remain silent, because it's still in the custody of the police, and the police is doing their far-finding to make sure that that the information become fulfilled, and they're using all their recipe to get the information across.
Is there anything you want to add up?
No, I'm calling upon the people of Bassa. Whatever we want, the body, we say Charlie that bunyu or that whatever be given. Sonny bo pouring. Kevin, Sonny bo we mean can't employ your hand in the water, and that all wash our hand. That's Zabian. We mean everything
about reconciliation.
Reconciliation. We mean Zabian. Oh, anything that made you feel hurt over the year, chunk it away and let all be under one umbrella. And based on the is where when we are all they begin to go again and say, Nima photo you do it. Anyone can take any photo at any era, even a gallery like that. anytime CDC doing activity, people take photo, people stand on the road, even people appear. In the Beyonce, it's a time that she ordered her boss to beat on me, and they beat on me unmercifully. And even where I stand, I having a problem in my system. My body, my whole entire body, even the bone is still hurting me.
Were you able, just quickly, were you able to meet other authorities in the county, like the lawmaker, like other?
No, I did not do it that way because my case was already in the police hand.
Okay, Pastor Togar will let to leave you now. We say thank you and so sorry for this incident.
Okay.
We will try as all means to reach out to Councillor Brumskine to get us out the story. You are just alleging.
Yeah.
We don't know what she must say.
Yeah.
You know, from this. So thank you so much for. Okay, so viewers, we say thanks for watching. My name is Haji Masale. Pastor Moses has been alleging that he was allegedly flogged on by the order of Councillor Charlyn Brumskine in Grand Bassa County.